Welcome to 2018 Warframe Review. Warframe is a free-to-play cooperative third-person shooter video game developed by Digital Extremes. Digital Extremes is a Canadian video game studio founded in 1993, best known for its co-creation of Epic Games' highly successful Unreal series of games. In Warframe, players control members of the Tenno, a race of ancient warriors who have awoken from centuries of cryosleep to find themselves at war with different factions, such as Grineer, a race of militarized and deteriorated human clones built upon metal, blood and war. Corpus, a megacorporation with advanced robotics and laser technology built upon profit. Infested, these disfigured victims of the virus. Orokin, an ancient civilization that ruled over the Origin system, and the Tau, an alien force of mechanical beings returning from the Tau system after being driven back centuries ago, also known as the Sentients. To fight back, the Tenno use remotely controlled biomechanical suits to channel their unique abilities, the Warframes. Later into the game, it is revealed that the Warframes are actually biomechanical shells which are connected to the consciousness of the actual Tenno, human children who were given unpredictable powers by the Void. The player is strongly engaged in player versus environment content, although there is PvP content as well, known as Conclave. There are also quests, which are a set of PvE missions, with narrative and story behind them. Available missions are scattered across the planets of the solar system, the moons and dwarf planets. Missions are also available in a pocket dimension, known as the Void. By completing junctions and missions on planets, the player unlocks missions to fight the Void through Void Fissures. Or take a trip to Cetus and the Plains of Eidolon, an open world map which lets players roam free, completing bounties for locals or fighting giant monsters. Most of the items, be it weapons, warframes, pets, landing craft, are obtained through various in-game activities, such as mission rewards. Players can possess all warframes, however only one is equipped at any given time. Mostly everything you will obtain in the game is highly customizable, with many color patterns, attachments to perfect your warframe or weapons, and give them your own unique look, just the way you like it. Each Warframe has 4 active abilities and a passive ability. During missions, player can synergize their Warframe's abilities to achieve something they could not achieve alone, by increasing other Warframes' damage, restricting the movement of foes, or to help and protect each other. There are also upgraded variants of Warframes, known as Primes. The players are equipped with 3 different weapons: a primary weapon, a secondary weapon, and a melee weapon. All equipment can be upgraded with mods that drop from enemies, are given as mission rewards or rare finds from in-game events. These can be installed, removed, and upgraded into slots on piece of equipment. There are also companions who accompany Tenno on missions, each with their own unique abilities and powers, like floating mechanical sentries called Sentinels, Cubro, a canine-looking creature with horned nose, or Kavat, a feline-esque creature. Warframes, equipment, companions, as well as various other elements in the game can level up, which increase attributes and allow more mods to be equipped. Players rest and travel in their own customizable ship in between missions. Up to 4 players work together to complete these missions, such as eliminating enemies, retrieving data from terminals, assassinating high-ranking dangerous targets, defending an artifact, and much more. These missions are ranked on a level basis, indicating the strength of opponents the players will face. There are various endless missions, which enable the player to continue for as long as they like, with increasing difficulty and greater rewards. The player can jump, sprint, slide and roll, as well as combine techniques to quickly move through the level and avoid enemy shots. The game also allows players to utilize parkour techniques to evade enemies, bypass obstacles or gain access to secret areas. Maps are generated procedurally, with pre-built rooms connected together so that no levels have the same layout. At times, the player will be required to hack security terminals by completing a puzzle minigame within a small time limit to proceed in the missions. Credits, ammo, resources and mods can be found in set locations, such as lockers and destructible containers, as well as dropped by enemies. If a Thanos Warframe loses all its health, that Warframe goes down. The Warframe can be revived by another, or if the player is alone, they can expend one of their revives for that mission, to be returned to full health. The world is rich in lore. Things have a lot of detail put into them, like when you build weapons, their names and looks are tied to certain factions, such as Dera, Supra, Opticore for Corpus, or Karak, Vulkar, Zar for Grineer. You are always accompanied by a Cephalon sidekick, known as Ordis, as well as Lotus guides the player on their mission, providing them with information and help. Free-to-play aspect in this game is fair. I've always found that when I'm building new weapons and doing missions in between crafting time, I get the necessary materials for next weapons or warframes which I want to build. There has never been a feeling of I spent hours on doing nothing. As you open more missions and junctions in the game, you really start to get the feeling that this is no small-scale free-to-play game as people are used to, but a big cake that you want to eat piece by piece. And the thing is, this cake is only getting bigger with time. I would like to think that I'm somewhat experienced in this game, having it played for over 500 hours. But there are times when I have no idea what this material is, or what that weapon does, or that this Warframe and that Warframe can create chaos when put in the same team. I enjoyed the complexity of it. The unique and bizarre design is beautiful, the customization of pretty much everything is great. Now, the not so well received side of the game is that at times you will find bugs, or be a part of a bug. I had a few experiences where I got loaded in the middle of the map, or that the mobile drone on Cetus would get stuck on a steep cliff, or enemies which need to be eliminated got spawned inside a wall. Of course, these bugs are being taken care of with hotfixes. I remember a bug not long ago, which would complete mobile defense missions instantly. However, rescue missions were impossible to do, as the target you needed to rescue would die instantly as well. That bug got fixed quickly. Also, this is a looter game. You loot a lot and everything you can. There are steps which can make your looting a lot more effective, such as placing vacuum mod on a sentinel, or using the Necros Warframe. And that is fascinating to me, that the game gives you options to improve upon this aspect of the game. In terms of quests in this game, I had a really good questing experience, with 3 cinematic quests being the War Within, Second Dream and Sacrifice, were done beautifully and immersed me into the game, just itching to find out more about this world and its characters. I've started playing Warframe in late 2017, after numerous talks with my friends. I have heard good things about it from a lot of people, and when the decision was finally made to try it, I was instantly hooked into this bizarre world. The soundtracks fits perfectly for each faction, or rather mission you are doing. I've never been a fan of any sort of shooter games. However, this is entirely different. Warframe brings so much to the table. Unique weapons to fit your playstyle, if you want a launcher, a flamethrower, or SMG type weapons. Shotguns, bows, daggers, swords, hammers, you name it. I've never been good at aiming in any shooter game, and as such I found that my favorite type of weapon in Warframe are beam weapons, such as Ignis. I enjoy Warframes with big AoE abilities, like Octavia, Mesa, or Seren. There is so much to discuss about this game that you just simply cannot put into one video. I haven't even mentioned clans or factions or archwains or bosses. I will be keeping a close eye on Warframe to see what new wonderful things it will surprise us with. All in all, If you're a fan of over-the-top sci-fi action RPG shooter parkour ninja flying blow everything up, this is a game you should give a shot. I've been Dominic, and I will see you next time.